The Concho Valley Home for Girls works with teens and children from all over West Central Texas from all different backgrounds. The actual home division of the organization focuses on teens from ages 12 to 18 that aren't fitting in at home, and Segovia knows this all too well. In the 80s, she lived at the home and now has come back to work with teens passing through the house.
I'm not only an employee, but I'm a former girl that used to live here back in the 80s. All I can say is from my personal experiences is that I learned a lot that I've taken with me into adulthood. I've learned how to budget money, run my own house, teach my kids, the responsibilities of laundry, just the basic things that your parents are supposed to teach you.
My first day employed here as the executive director was the very first day that Ann came to live with us. She was a new person and I was too, and we started learning the ropes there for a while.
Starting off at the house isn't always an easy adjustment to make, but after 4.5 years at the home, Ann learned valuable lessons that she still carries with her today.
My experience, it was hard in the beginning. When you're out and you don't know which way to go and you're just running wild and you're a young person and you think you know everything. When I got here, it was an adjustment. That's why when all the girls come in and I meet them, I try to tell them, hey, I was once like you. I know exactly what you're going through. So I try to offer them some advice as far as the program goes, as far as interacting with other girls that you may not like or you may not get along with, but sooner or later it becomes a sisterhood.
The Concho Valley Home for Girls has helped people like Ann, but since being incorporated with the Children's Emergency Shelter, they've been able to help all children of all ages, and it doesn't matter the gender. That brings us to our next story, Ray, who has turned his life into a success story thanks to this organization.
I grew up in foster care for a while, kind of know how this all works and everything. Have really grown from all the experiences that I've experienced and can honestly say it was a second chance at life for a lot of new opportunities and everything for me.
Ray was in the Children's Emergency Shelter when he was younger, before him and his siblings were placed into a foster care home in Brownwood. After graduating from high school, he chose to attend Angela State University. Being away from home, he needed some extra assistance, and that's when he took advantage of some of the aftercare programs the Concho Valley Home for Girls has to offer.
I'm more of a former foster youth. I'm an aftercare youth who came to this transition center here. So being in foster care for a while, and then after you get out, you don't really have parents or anything to help you out with stuff. So when I came here, they're like my parents here kind of thing. I go to college, I have a job, I have a house, and they help me with all the in-between stuff.
It's that support and guidance from the girls' home that has helped Ray get closer to accomplishing his goal of graduating college and becoming an occupational therapist.
It's been a really, really great experience for me. I've been here in the program for 2 years. Wouldn't change it. They've helped me out so much. They're like my backbone kind of thing, and they drive me to do better things and to keep going and to know that I have all these benefits to just keep going and do things in life. I have an experience that most kids don't get to have, and I wouldn't say it was an experience for them to try to experience or anything, but they have their parents, they still struggle. I don't have my parents, but I have this right here, and this helps me out so much more.
Skyler Nichols, KIDY, Fox, San Angelo News.